right, we're back here in the Rabbitry. Welcome back. I'm glad you're here with me today. So it's breeding time, and some of the questions that get asked about breeding. Of course, we all know that breeding just comes natural, right? It's a natural occurrence that happens, but getting that started sometimes might be kind of difficult. And what I learned the first time around was when I try to put my doe in with my buck, and that's one thing you want to do. You want to take the doe and put it in there in the buck's cage. He's already used to his cage, so he's not going to be, if you were to do it the vice versa, two things can happen. One, he can go in her cage and just start sniffing around and be more curious about the cage than he is her. Second of all, the doe can be very territorial, and she just might attack him, and some bad things can happen during that recourse. So you always want to take the doe and put it in the buck's cage. Well, I did that, and the buck and my doe were not side by side. They didn't really know each other, so they just chased each other around and around and around. More or less, he was chasing her, and she was just not giving in to anything that he had to offer. So what I ended up doing was taking my doe and putting her in the cage right next to my buck that I wanted to breed her with. And to this day, they still stay together. And so they got used to each other's smell, being with each other. And it wasn't too long after that I went ahead and then put her back in his cage. And after a couple go arounds, she lifted, and she was able to get impregnated by the buck, and she ended up having her kids. So this will be the second go around. So I'm expecting this to go very smooth. Well, that's exactly how I expected it to go. Like I said, them two, they know each other pretty good. So we'll see if we can get a couple more fall offs here. At least get 3. And we should be good to go. Y'all stay tuned. Well, I didn't catch all the fall offs, but he did have 4 fall offs, which is a good thing. And so the next sequence will be what you want to do next is after about 25 days or so, I went ahead and put the nest box in. Well, I just put the nest box in, and as you can tell, it's that time to go ahead and start preparing for those baby kits to come along. She's got this hay that I've given her, and she is wrestling with it and getting it all ready, and she's been loading that nest box right on up. Now, I did put some pine shavings in there and started with some hay, but I let her take over, and so I give her hay every day, and she just constantly messes around with it, gets it all the way she wants it, puts it in a nest box and lays it on out there, scratches the bottom of it, makes a nice little divot in there. So she's preparing for this nest box for sure. So we're excited, looking forward to those baby kits coming soon. All right, guys, I'm getting ready to feed my rabbits, and I've been waiting on my doe to start pulling hair and start working in that nest. She's already put the nest in, but she hasn't pulled any hair yet. And as of probably about 2 hours ago, she just started pulling hair. So I'm expecting them babies to come either tonight or early in the morning. Y'all stay tuned. I'll show you what she's got going on. I thought she was just pulling hair, but it looks like she's already had 2 babies. She must have had them just a couple hours ago. There's one there and there's one there, and they're already moving around out here. Let me check and see what's inside of this fur ball, see if there's any more. I don't want to get Mom all upset at me, so y'all stay tuned. Well, to my surprise, inside that big old hairball was 8 kits. She outdid herself. Last time she only had 6. This time she's had 8. And this is actually the next day. I didn't want to bother her too much because she had just had those kits. I know because I had checked earlier, about 2 hours earlier, and there was no hair there. And now I go back and these babies are born. So very excited. This is actually day 4. I went back and I'm looking at these babies just to make sure everything is good. The temperature has dropped. When she had the babies, it was around 72 to 75 degrees here in North Carolina. Then it dropped all the way down to like 29. So I'm just checking these babies, make sure each one looks good and which one's healthy, that all of them are surviving. And as you can tell, they're already starting to grow in as far as hair. You can see the markings on them very well now. And they're good and healthy. Of course, you got some smaller ones there. You'll see as I bring them out and just kind of look over them. But that's a big one there. But she had a total of 8. Very happy with that. This time I had 4 fall-offs. As well, last time I just did the 3. I don't know if the extra fall-off helped out or anything like that. But she's a very good mother, so I'm very, very tickled for her. Look how she's just watching me as I bring them babies out. She's checking everything. She's not overly protective. She doesn't snap at me or anything like that, but she does watch as I mess around with these kits. So yeah, everything's good. Everything is doing really well. And like I said, the temperature had dropped, but she keeps them covered up very well. And when you stick your hand down in there where those babies are at, it's like like putting your hand in a sauna. It is so warm in there. And like I said, right now it's like 44 degrees outside, but it's nice and toasty inside that nest. So all the babies are doing good. And this kind of lets you know this is what it's like, man, when you're raising rabbits and you're growing your rabbitry. This is, to me, one of the exciting parts of it is seeing these new baby born. Well, y'all stay tuned. Y'all come back and see me. Hey, like and subscribe. If you got any comments, just put them down below and I'll get to you on it. And like I said, I'm trying to grow this channel, so any help I can get is really greatly appreciated. Y'all take care now.